Hello, this is Amanda with From Where I Stamp, and we are looking at the Paper Pumpkin November kit today. And I'll be sharing an alternative project with you that you could use some of the items in the kit along with some other cardstock and maybe some other ink, because if you have some coordinating colors, you can add those as well. So the Paper Pumpkin box, I'm going to hang on to this one to cover this up a little bit and cover up the sides probably, or even just to wrap it in wrapping paper. It's a perfect size for gifts. And I love that when you open it up, it feels a little fancy because it has this tissue paper in it. So there is an add-on for this month's kit, and they are available to Paper Pumpkin subscribers only. So if you're not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you're not able to purchase it. But you could use it with both if you got the October kit and this month's kit for November. The other side gives us a little sneak peek for the Good Things Come in Small Packages and the add-on that'll be December's kit. And I'll show a little more detail on that in a minute from the details I have. And then we have a Cherry Cobbler Stampin' Spot. So you'll always receive an ink in your kit. I like using my full-size pad rather than the small one, so I'll be stamping with this one today. But if you have only the little ink spot, they're perfectly fine. The size difference for covering the stamps, that's my preference. And then I've already stamped with this. So Cherry Cobbler will stain the stamp, but it won't affect how it stamps. So even though it's stained, it'll be perfectly fine, and you can use it with any other color. Then we open up the tissue paper. So I'm just going to pull everything out, put the box off to the side. So there is colored instructions. So this is usually all shrink wrapped together, so that way none of the pieces should be missing. If you notice pieces missing in your kit, then make sure to let me know or contact Stampin' Up! If I'm not your demonstrator. So we do have adhesive, so little dots and Stampin' Dimensionals in the kit, as well as some banners and some sparkly banners, some sparkly snowflakes, some like iridescent snowflakes, and these are all die cut. So all you need to do is pop them out, and then some candy canes and other pieces, and some more die cut pre-printed pieces for you. And you make 4 of each tag. So these are all ready to go, and you just pop them right out. All right, so those are all the pieces that come in the kit. So each Stampin' Up! Kit, you get all the pieces, the instructions, the stamp set, any embellishments, some adhesive, the ink spot, all together. And in Canada, it's $32.50 a month plus taxes. If you wanted to save some money on that, then purchasing a 6-month at $171 plus shipping and tax would save you some money. And then you can also skip a month if you decide that you don't like December. I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to purchase and do that one or maybe skip that one. All right, but I'll tell you why in a minute. So the projects, let's show you. I made each tag last night. And I love the sparkle. So this one here, you just stamp on the circle and put everything together. And the instructions in here, they're all colored, so you can see what you need for each piece, and then the instructions for each of the projects with the steps and how much twine. I didn't put the twine on mine yet. All right, and then this one here, I love the no peeking. And you can also extend this a little bit with some extra cardstock or even some other little bit stretching these things. So these 2 tags, you can get 2 tags out of this. Same thing with here. You don't have to layer the white with the sparkle paper. All right, so an idea I had for you is you could take one of these tags, make them exactly how it is in the kit. So if you're not sure if you'll use the tags, grab a card base. So here's a crumb cake. So it's one of the colors in that coordinates, and those are listed on the back of the instruction sheet. So this one here is basic black cherry cobbler. Ooh. Is it gonna, there we go. Crumb cake, mint macaron, shaded spruce, and sweet sorbet. Oh, I missed the sweet sorbet. Interesting. All right. So you could just plop this on to a card base. If you wanted, say you didn't need the tags for anything, you could put it on a card base and away you go. But we're going to put a card together using some cherry cobbler and crumb cake cardstock with our stamp set and a few pieces from the kit. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention is if you are a new Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you would get a block in your first kit. And so they're a little bit thinner than block D that Stampin' Up! Has. So there's a little bit difference in the thickness, you can see, but the size is the same. So any of the stamps here will fit that block. So you can use your Paper Pumpkin block, or if you have a block D like I do, or any of the other Stampin' Up! Blocks, then you can use that. Now, for stamping, because these are photopolymer stamp sets, I suggest having a platform like a foam platform. This one is washable with the Simply Shammy, which you add water to clean your stamps. And this is from the Stamparatus, but you can purchase it separately. So I'm going to do the reindeer on here. And then I'm going to grab the Joy stamp, and with photopolymer, it's always good to put them down on the mat or on your tabletop and pick them up. That way they don't get kind of wonky. So I'm going to take my crumb cake. So I've cut them so that they will layer on my card like so. So I take about 1/4 inch off each piece. So this is 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to take the Joy. Oops, there we go. Make sure it's all inked up. Stamp it off. And I'm just, oops, I'm not getting enough ink on there. There we go. And I'm just going to stamp it off and then onto my card base. And I want it to be off the side a little bit because I'm making like a word, like my own designer paper. You just want to keep doing it over and over. And if you want the words to be a little stronger, you just stamp directly from the ink pad. You can't see what I'm doing here. There we go, good enough. So there's the back drop of my card. I'm going to slide that off the side for a minute. I'm going to take my Simply Shammy. I cut mine in half, so it's a little bit easier to hold. Just go back and forth and clean that up. And then we can clean up our stamp set just by lightly back and forth on it. And there, it's nice and clean. All right, so now this will be layered like this on my card, and we'll glue that together here in a minute. But I want to use pieces from here and here on the card. So I want to grab, what pieces do I want? So I don't want the tags. I'll grab one of these. And let's see what else. I'm gonna grab one of these flags. And I want, let's see, maybe the snowflake. Now another tip that you could do is trim this, and this could be an edge along another project. So you can add some sparkly by using the edge of it. So you could do like right along here. So see, you could have like just a little strip of mint sparkly paper on the edge if you wanted. All right, so I don't think I need anything else other than maybe another stamp. All right, so grab that Simply Shammy again. Just dry it off a little. And I'll grab my cherry cobbler. Oops. Make sure it gets lots of ink on it. Try and line it up. I don't know how well I did. Not bad. If you're not sure about trying to get it in the right spot, you could also use the Stamparatus, which will help keep this in one spot, and then you can put the stamp down without an ink and pick it up with the platform. If you don't know what a Stamparatus is, send me a message and I can help you out. All right. So now we have that. And we don't need that stamp set. So this is going to go here. And I thought we could do the snowflake like that to give some sparkle to it. And maybe I should have the smaller tag. Or maybe I should use, let's see. Maybe we'll just use the For You. I like that. This is cute. Okay, so put this back. All righty. So now we can put it all together. So I like the liquid adhesive myself. You could add any adhesive other than if you want to use these, you can. I find they're a little finicky myself. So that's why I use the other adhesive that Stampin' Up! Has. So like the liquid glue, or even some tear tape. And our mini dimensionals are just like the pack that came in the box. All right, I'll put some glue on the cherry cobbler. There we go. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue. How do I want to do this? I want to put some dimensionals, but I think I'll put the snowflake down first. So I'm just using the fine tip of this to put it on the card, like that. And then we're going to put dimensionals in the back. Actually, what we could do, I don't know about twine at the top of the tags. So I'm not sure if I'm going to put twine at the top of my tags, but another option you can do is put like a messy circle. And that does nothing for me. Okay. You could, not so messy, but do it a little better. Put some twine or ribbon or anything else you might have. Say if you have another paper pumpkin kit with some leftover pieces, because sometimes that happens with the kits. You'll have some leftover pieces. And it's always good to hang on to those, because then maybe next Christmas, or you might have another, like a scrapbook page or something that you want to put together. So I've used paper pumpkin pieces for that. Oops. Okay, there we go. And I think I'm going to put that right straight down on the card. Right about there. So there we go. A cute little Christmas card ready to send using some paper pumpkin items with some extra cardstock. So here are the three tags that you can make with the kit. And here is an alternative idea of what you can do. So the products I've used on this card will be listed below, along with, oh, I forgot to talk about next month's kit. So next month's kit, the details are at paperpumpkin.fromwhereistamp.com. And it's good things come in small packages. Now they are going to be gift card holders. So here's an idea or sample idea that Stampin has provided us. So you can see some of the bright colors. So they're not just Christmas, because this would arrive. They're shipped about the 11th of December, depending on what day of the week that is. So it can take one roughly about a week or two because of the Christmas shipping season. And there's also an add-on of cards. So there's 16 cards and envelopes that you can purchase as an add-on, which will be $13.75. And a reminder that Paper Pumpkin for a 1-month subscription is $32.50 plus tax. And you'd receive everything you needed to create those gift cards. So thank you very much for joining me today. And if you liked this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel to be informed when I post next. Thank you.